principals of the school, tell them what their priorities are, and that's what they work on. Smaller workforce, so they have to be more focused on what they're doing. The high school priority is getting the high school kitchen installed, and they need some more classrooms in the B1 section, which is the old high school first floor to the left as you walk in. And the reason they need those classrooms is we're deferring certain classes for the fall semester because we don't have any space for them. But we have to give them this winter, or otherwise we can't, we're affecting the students completing their curriculum. And so there's a lot of pressure there, and that's why they're working on that. In the hope they need to complete the new entry and the automotive construction area.
He's sneaking out,
The entire complex, by the way, Monday will be heated with geothermal heating and air conditioning. It's up and running. Although the opening will be on schedule, it will not be perfect. An example of some unfinished items are: the high school gym is not available, but the locker rooms are. We take every little bit we can get. H1, which is the new addition to the middle school, they had one large classroom that was supposed to have a portable divider. The divider isn't here. It'll be a couple weeks. In the meantime, we've brought in portable dividers. The middle school gym, there's a 2-week delay. It's mostly in, but we have to allow the moisture content to stabilize before we can paint it. Final reminder that many of the high school classes will now be conducted in the Art Center. The Art Center pulled out and moved into the middle school. Construction is going to continue for another 10 or 11 months. So we're asking the teachers and students and everybody to cooperate. We're physically putting barriers between the workforce and the student area and the construction area. But we've got a lot of construction still going on. Questions?
Are the Vista mods still being utilized by the Vista group, or are they in the new building now?
Do they meet upstairs or down?
They meet outside. They're the ones in those little modular
Modulars are scheduled to stay through the end of December. We hope to get rid of them.
You're not the only one. I did do it.
Because our lease runs out at the end of December.
So they'll be in those mods until the end of December.
Minimum, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Questions? Okay. I would also remind everybody that the next school board meeting is October 19th. Correction, not the next one. But the October school board meeting is October 19th, a Wednesday, right here. They don't like to go in the old townhouse, so they wanted to be in this building here because of the better acoustics. And because we asked the voters for a lot of money, I wanted to be sure everybody in town that had questions could come and ask them. The Joint Loss or Heritage Commission.
Heritage Commission. Salmon Falls Architecture will be back to work again on the townhouse survey this Thursday. I'll open it up for them. They should be here most of the day, and then I will come by when I'm done with work and close it up.
When will we be able to proceed with like putting the plastic underneath and stuff like that? Remember, we're waiting on their report.
We are waiting on their report. I have not had an anticipated date from them, but I can email them and just where they're at with it.
Give us a feel for it so we can plan for what we'll be needing to do. Anything else?
No, that's it for now.
The Joint Loss Management Committee is going to meet a little later tonight in a separate meeting because this meeting is going to run on a while. I've got a bunch of things yet to go. Parks and Rec. Nothing. Planning Board.
We're working on the application for conditional use permit for Rec 1 district, so we're still working on that. And Brookfield Planning Board also received a letter from the Stratford Regional Planning Commission to see if Brookfield wants to participate in SEEDS, which stands for Comprehensive Economic Development Strategy. I'm going to put a short presentation on October 10th at the planning board meeting to explain what seeds is, and so we can make a decision if we want to be involved with it.
Okay. Anything else? Webmaster. I would just comment that our goal is to have the site activated the 1st of October. So if you've been called on to provide information, please get it in, and we'll have to be checking to see where we're at our next selectmen's meeting. I just wanted to comment that Eddie's not here right now, or maybe he's in the other room, but considering the rain we received, I think our roads held up exceptionally well. We almost always washed out that road on Tumbledown Dick, and this is probably the first major storm I know of where it didn't really wash out. It held up very well, and I just wanted to compliment it. I think that grading and ditching is paying off, and now we just need to find out about that.
How did it hold up after that last rainstorm? Not, what was the guy that came, the last tropical storm that came through? We got like 6 inches of rain in an hour?
Fine.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, next. I'm going to defer this one till later.
Okay.
Any other old business?
Is the town equipment old business now?
Well, technically it is, because we did it earlier tonight, right?
I just have, you could just clear this up for me, just so I know. If the selectmen deem a piece of town equipment unusable, they have the right to just give it away?
It was done,
Not that particular piece.
Not that
just any
particular piece.
piece.
generally no. Generally we either sell it for scrap metal or we go out for bids and we sell it. And we've sold generators and we've sold other things
Bridges.
through bids.
Oh yeah, we sold the bridge. How many towns do that?
But we have just gotten rid of other equipment or materials in the past.
Okay.
We didn't go out to bid for the stuff that I need, the truckload of stuff we brought to the landfill or, to the scrapyard.
No.
An example.
Well, I was thinking more like, if you thought the stuff for the loader was scrap metal, could we just get rid of that too? Or is, where you were, not you guys, but where the previous selectmen were able to give away a dump body? Are the selectmen allowed to do that with any piece of equipment they deem unusable?
Yeah, the Board of Selectmen, when we have the right to dispose of unused or unnecessary town equipment as the board deems necessary in any manner that the board deems responsible. That being said, the answer is yes.
Okay. Well, then I'd like to thank you for putting everything out to bid instead of just giving it away.
Well, if there's really a monetary value to all the items that we put out to bid this time, then it's the responsible thing to do.
Right.
I think back when the dump body was given away, it was deemed that there was no value to it at all at that point in time. It was coming off of one vehicle, we were replacing it with another piece, and I don't even think scrap value was worth anything at that point. And to be honest, to have it hauled away free instead of paying to get rid of it benefited the town.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't just the dump body. I just wanted to know for future reference.
Yeah, there's been other things that we've disposed of.
When we upgraded the generators, we sold the old generator.
Yeah, but no, I mean the things like tires that we got rid of. No,
Give them away.
there was no, actually, we took the old computers out. We took offers on the old computers.
Yes.
The copier we just got rid of. Couldn't get anybody to bid on the copier, so we gave it away. Yes.
So what are we gonna do with that microblaster?
As her eyes light up.
You have some rocks you want to get rid of? Is that the idea?
I'm a gem hunter, so blasting rocks is very.
Oh, you wanna go to Eden Road? There's a whole pile of rocks up there somebody wants to fall.
There's a tree up there that needs to come down too, a dead one.
And an apple tree.
Anyway, moving right along.
Yeah.
At this point, we don't know what we're going to do with it.
I sent out an email asking everybody that needed to submit their 2012 budgets already. We're pushing hard to control our costs this year. Be sure you put in for needs, not wants. We know the county tax is going to go up because of the new nursing home. We know the school tax is going to go up because of the new school. And so we're working hard to keep the town expenses as long as we can.
We'll also lose some revenues from the state, probably on room and meals will go down, and possibly the highway block grant will go down. So we'll have to make those all up.
Yep. Okay.
You got a question in the back?
Eddie.
I probably should know this, but I don't. Do you know what the highway block grant has been averaging per mile?
I don't, so I can tell you the amounts that we've been paid.
And you can divide it by the miles.
I can't tell you miles.
Do you know what it is for the amount for the year?
That's like 32,000 something.
This year. Last year it was
But you
less.
gotta remember how that calculates. So the state just began the next year. So what we've been paid so far this year, in fact I wrote it on a note, what we've been paid so far this year are the third and fourth quarter of 2011 and the first quarter of 2012.
So it's been averaging between $20,000 and $30,000. And there's rumblings that that'll go down. I can't remember the percentage they were going to cut it by, but it was substantial. So, and yes, your budget will get cut to offset it. No, I'm kidding. I pick on him for his budget all the time. We take everything out of his budget.
Amen to that.
Are you Virginia Long?
I am.
The planning board had received some input talking about the possibility of putting a portion of Moose Mountain recreation area into a conservation easement. And they had just heard about it. They asked them to put it in writing. I don't know that the planning board has received that. However, I received a request from Virginia Long asking for us to look into the issue and, if possible, to write a letter of support by this Friday, which is kind of very in a small town. And so I don't have all of your letter here to read, but what I did do is I ran your request through, but perhaps you'd like to talk about it just a minute, and then I'll tell you where I'm at.
Sure. So let's stand up so people can see me.
Sure.
I'm the executive director of Moose Mountains Regional Greenways, and we are submitting a grant request to LCHIP, that is the Land and Community Heritage Investment Program of the state of New Hampshire, to fund the conservation easement on 545 acres of the Moose Mountain ski area, which is almost the total property. It consists of 600 acres, I believe. A little bit is being kept out to keep the snowboarding operation, I believe.
Tubing.
To snow tubing, okay. About 10 years ago, we actually submitted a similar grant request to get funding for that, and we were granted the request, but at the time the landowner had to back out, so it didn't happen. Since that time, the town of Brookfield passed a resolution in 2008. I think it was